name is Daniel Abbott, and I am excited to come to you and share some information that was shared with me over a decade ago. See, when Legal Shield found me, I was a college student about to graduate a business marketing degree and just found myself trying to figure out what I wanted to do the rest of my life. I had no career plans or anybody knocking on my door asking me to come work for them, but I had some burning desires inside me and stuff that I knew I wanted in a career and a job. I wanted, freedom and flexibility to work my own schedule. I wanted to be able to, have an unlimited income potential. I wanted something that had a residual income aspect to it and also a leveraged income aspect to it. I learned all these things in college, but the one thing I didn't learn in college was where to find them. And until Legal Shield found me, it all fell into place and made sense. And I got started right there. Day one, got started full time. And over the past decade, Legal Shield has paid me and my family over $1 million with our tenure in the company. And we get to wear one of the prestigious $150,000 income ring levels as well that I'm super excited about. But I'm more excited about as I get excited every day, and that's sharing this great opportunity with new people just like you. So let's get started with this information and go over exactly what Legal Shield can do for you and your family. So we want to talk about disruptive innovation. And we all know things are changing, right? In our daily lives, just over the past year, we can think about how our lives have changed. Things that we used to do, our routines, things are just different now. But even prior to the past year, our world was changing. And it was a lot to do with disruptive innovation. You can think about, remember shopping at a mall or buying CDs, but today companies like Amazon and Spotify have changed the way we shop, the way we buy, all kinds of things. And we can give example after example of this, of companies like Netflix and Spotify and Airbnb. There's tons of apps that are changing how we live and what we do. But what about access to the justice system? In fact, when most people think of the justice system, they think of a country club that's, they're priced out of, right? It's something that's too expensive and frankly, just something that we use or we have to use when we get in trouble or situations where we have to use it. But what about having access to the justice system on a daily basis? This is how people get access to their rights, they stay protected, and they get empowered. And that's exactly what Legal Shield is doing. They're making it simpler, easier, and more affordable for everyone to have access to a provider law firm. So we want to talk a little bit about our company and just give you a grand vision of what we have here at Legal Shield, and that is to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves. And we have our home office in Ada, Oklahoma, where we were established in 1972. So this is not a startup, this is not a concept company, this is a rock solid, proven company. Today we protect over 4 million lives across the US and Canada, and we have a proprietary network of provider law firms that represent our members in all 50 states and all Canadian provinces and territories as well. So let's really dive in and talk about using Legal Shield and what you can use it for. People, you may be sitting there listening and going, hey, I've never used an attorney. I'm X years old, whether you're 25 years old listening in or you're 55 years old. You may think, hey, I've never used an attorney up to this point. Why would I, start paying for something that I've never used? But just because you haven't used an attorney doesn't mean that you couldn't have used an attorney. But what we unfortunately know is the price keeps many people from gaining access to attorneys. But what about having a contract that you've signed or executed, getting a will prepared, having a traffic ticket, been overcharged or treated unfairly, you need to prepare or update your will, a real estate transaction, been a victim of identity theft? These are what we call everyday legal situations that we all go through. But unfortunately, because of the price, most people just don't seek access. But what about having an app on your phone where biometric login or using your phone, using your face, using your fingerprint, you're able to log into our secure app and get immediate access for personal legal advice. This is personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. So what this simply means is you can call in as many times as you need, Monday through Friday, on as many different issues that you may have come up, whether it's a simple question, a complex issue going on, or maybe it's getting a letter or phone call written on your behalf by the provider law firm. Maybe somebody treated you unfairly, overcharged you, and instead of you arguing with yourself and trying to deal with that headache and having it hang over you, whether you're going to work or dealing with family issues, you're able to put that peace of mind into your attorney and let them deal with that situation just by simply writing a letter or phone call. Also, contracts and document reviews. And we'll even review contracts and documents that you have signed prior to being a member. So let's say that you signed an insurance document 5 years ago or 5 months ago and you weren't a Legal Shield member. That's okay. Legal Shield is still going to review those contracts and documents up to 15 pages, and you can just simply hit a button and actually get this reviewed right by our document upload feature. So you're able to take a picture, submit them through our app, and your law firm is going to call you back and review those contracts and documents with you. Again, all with just a push of a button with our app. We also have our submit a ticket traffic ticket assistance feature. There, I got it. This is where you can just take a picture of the ticket, submit it to your law firm within 4 business hours. Your provider law firm is going to give you a call and give you consultation on that ticket. And while we don't fix tickets, we do know that bad things happen to good people. And why pay months, years later for having a mistake one time on your driving record? So we want to make sure, and the attorneys want to make sure, they keep those points off your record at all costs. And sometimes, depending on the situation, getting the ticket dropped or reduced, again, just depending on the situation. And we also have our 24/7 emergency access feature. This gives you and any covered family member 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, access to our provider law firms. That's right, with just a push of a button. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning on a holiday. And guess what? You still have access to your provider law firm. Getting arrested, questioned, detained, your rights or freedoms or liberties are being violated, you're able to get in and talk to your provider law firm and let them answer questions on your behalf. Now, we also have our will preparation feature, and this with just a start of a button today, signing up as a new member. You can hit this, fill out your will questionnaire, and then your lawyers are going to prepare your will, living will, healthcare power of attorney, and financial power of attorney. Again, all free for being a member and updated yearly as well. But we also have more things out there, as we know, that people need access to attorneys for. This could be pre-existing conditions, this could be things like a DUI, bankruptcy, and we're not going to leave you in the cold. We are still going to give you unlimited access to your provider law firm when it talks about consultation and advice. But if you need an attorney to go to court for you and represent you on things that, again, like DUI, bankruptcy, pre-existing matters, we're still going to give you up to a 25% discount just for being a member. So who's covered? We cover you, the member, your spouse or domestic partner, your children up to the age of 26, full-time college student or living at home, 18 for whom you, the member, are legal guardian of, and if they're physically or mentally challenged children living at home, it is regardless of age. Now let's also talk about our identity theft services. And identity theft is one of the, if not the fastest growing crime happening across the world. And unfortunately, with the past year, everything going on, people staying home more, shopping online, it's not gotten better, it's got worse. So with ID Shield, we don't just give you access to protecting your identity, we actually give you privacy management, reputation management, financial account monitoring, cyberbullying consultation, unlimited consultation on just asking questions about identity theft, monitoring and alerts, a $1 million protection policy, and this also includes our full service restoration as well. So let's talk a little bit about ID Shield and show you our access to our app. And with our app, you're going to get monitoring and alerts. So this includes things like your credit score being monitored and receiving alerts on all credit bureaus, your social security number, passports, all of your personal information you can put in our secure website, our secure app, and have it monitored and then receive alerts if anything changes on those. But that's not all. We also review credit cards and monitor those, investment accounts, 401k, auto pawn, title pawn. Again, we protect not only your identity, but your privacy. And this includes our comprehensive registration, a $1 million protection policy, licensed private investigator that's assigned to your case that will do whatever it takes, work as long as it takes to restore your identity back to pre-theft status. I mean, how great is that to have somebody, on your side, protecting your identity, but also have your back when your identity is stolen, that you're going to get it restored on your behalf. But also our privacy management. We have monitoring, consultation, guidance in our privacy management, and one of the great features about our privacy management is our reputation management software. This software actually goes in and monitors all of your social media accounts, things like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we're going to give you a reputation score. Now, this reputation score is based on content and images found across your social media accounts. So you're going to receive that score, and if it's maybe a little bit worse score than maybe it should be, you're going to see the reason why things are impacting your online reputation. This is great if you have children maybe about to apply for colleges or out looking for a new job, because we know today not only is it your reputation in your town or in your community that is at stake, it's also your reputation online. And we've seen so many cases and stories, and I'm sure you're thinking in your head of probably people that or maybe you've seen on the news, that because of one mistake, maybe it happened 5 years ago, 10 years, 15 years ago, that something they did or put online, they're now affected for the rest of their lives because of their online reputation. And you want to make sure, your family is protected, their reputation online as well. So who's covered with our ID Shield? We have an individual plan that just covers you as a member, and we also have a family plan that covers you, your spouse or domestic partner, and up to 10 children under the age of 18 as well in our family plan. So complete protection for you and your family with Legal Shield and ID Shield for just $54.90 a month. And if you're an individual listening in, it's just $40.90 for Legal Shield and ID Shield individual. But included in the price of what we just talked about is our Member Perks program. And Member Perks is just a great way for Legal Shield and all of us to say thank you for being a member, and a way for you to save money on things that you're already spending money on right now. It could be grocery shopping, it could be travel, it could be just buying things online. There are over 400 retailers that give our members exclusive discounts just for being a member of Legal Shield, and you have access to that by just signing up and becoming a member of Legal Shield and or ID Shield. So odds are somebody invited you today and they may have mentioned to you about making some extra income. And you may have said, hey, that's me. I want to be able to maybe make an extra $500, $1,000 a month. Or maybe you were like me and you're sitting there and you're looking for a whole new career. So whether you're looking for some part-time income or you're looking for a whole new revenue stream income opportunity, we have what you need right here at Legal Shield. So let's dive in and talk about how you make money, right? The most important person on this Zoom right now is you, especially to you. So how do you position yourself to make money with Legal Shield? There's 4 ways we get paid here at Legal Shield. Okay, there's personally enrolling members, so that means you going out and personally enrolling a member. There's overrides from the team that you build enrolling members. There's residual commission off the members you enroll plus what your team enrolls. And then we also have bonus and incentives on top of all of that. So let's dive in and talk a little bit about how you get paid. So remember I talked about personally enrolling a member. When you become an associate and you go out and enroll your first membership, you're going to get paid $110. Now this $110 on your first membership is going to be spread out over $9.17 over a 12-month time frame. Okay, so that means every month you're going to get paid $9.17, a total of the first year, $110. But really, what sounds better? Getting paid $9.17 for a year every month, or getting paid $110 up front? I'm guessing you said $110 up front. And that's what we call advanced commission. And that's how Legal Shield pays. So when you get started as an associate and you go out and you move to senior associate, which is just simply going out and enrolling $100 in premium and one new associate, you're going to go out and you're going to move to the senior associate level. Now, if you do that in your first 20 days, Legal Shield is going to pay your full advance commission off those sales that you made at the associate level, so the $110. So $110, $100 in premium, one new associate. Let's say you go out and enroll two 5490 premium plans. That's the plans that we just talked about. That's $220 in commission, plus a $100 bonus for doing it in your first 20 days. That's $320 that you're going to earn just off your first promotion with Legal Shield. Talking about exciting, guys. That's just your first promotion. But again, that's just the beginning. Because when you get started here at Legal Shield, you move to senior associate, you're just at the tipping point, at the beginning of your business. We have positions of manager, senior manager, director, and then the monthly qualification positions of senior director and executive director, where you're making over $300 a month for just going out and personally enrolling one Legal Shield and Family ID Shield plan. That's some incredible income opportunity that you can do just sharing 2 or 3 people a month that you're able to earn $500 to $1,000 very simply, right? But we also have our overrides that we talked about, and this is building a team. So remember, I just talked about you moved to senior associate and you enrolled $100 in premium and one new associate. So your job is to help your new associate get plugged into the training, get plugged into our system here at Legal Shield, and help them enroll their $100 in premium in one associate, get them to senior associate, right? Do what you just did. That's the great thing about Legal Shield. You're not teaching somebody or helping somebody do something that you have not done or are doing. So when you help that new associate go out and enroll just one member, you're going to make a $22 override just for them enrolling a member. And again, that's just the beginning, because overrides range from anywhere from $22 to over $198. $22 to $198. You can see why so many people here at Legal Shield are making an extra $50,000, $100,000 a year plus just by building a team and having them go out and enrolling members. And that's really what we talk about, leveraged income. Leveraged income, one of the most beautiful things that you've probably maybe never heard of, maybe some of you have, but leveraged income is, building a team of people that are not only contributing to their income, right? They're going out and building their own income, but they're also contributing to your income. Because, what makes sense? You getting paid just off the work that you do? Or does it make sense to build something where you can get paid off 50 people's work, 100 people's work, 1,000 people's work, right? This is how the wealthy in the world got wealthy. Not by them doing all the work, but by having people that work with them, sometimes for them, and building wealth together. That is what Legal Shield is about, building wealth together. So as we wrap up, we also want to talk about one of the other ways that you get paid. We've talked about some of the bonuses, but also residual income. Remember, I mentioned residual income, and residual income works real simply. When you go out and enroll a new member, and that new member pays their monthly membership fee, you get paid for the life of that membership. But it's not about just what you personally enroll. Remember, we talked about you get residual income off what your team enrolls as well. This is the reason why we have tens of thousands of associates today earning residual income right here at Legal Shield for things they've done years and years ago. Now, one of the other bonus programs I want to mention real quickly is Performance Club. And Performance Club is just a great way. It's our oldest standing bonus program, and it's great. You get monthly bonuses, trips, and also get monthly team matching bonuses for helping your team get in Performance Club. We have people earning 4 figures plus a month just on Performance Club bonuses every month. So we talk about a one-time investment to build your business. Because, to build anything, to start a company today, you have to invest something, right? Not just time. A lot of times it takes a lot of money. But with Legal Shield, we're not talking about a lot of money. We're not talking about $1,000. We're not talking about $500. We're talking about a one-time investment of only $99 to start your Legal Shield business. And remember, I just spoke about how your first promotion with Legal Shield, you can earn up to $320 just by going to senior associate in your first 20 days, talking about a huge return on your investment. But with that $99, we don't just give you access to become an associate. You own your book of business. It's lifetime residual income, weekly training and support, and it's portable and willable to your children and their children as well. We also know that running a business like Legal Shield, you need some tools, right? No matter what job you do or business you run, you know you have to have some tools to do your job. And Legal Shield is no different. Today you need things like a website, video hosting. You want a place to be able to keep reports and track commission. You would want a CRM tool to keep up with all the people you're talking to and following up with. And that can be hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars. But again, Legal Shield makes it affordable for you to have access to all these things with Legal Shield Advantage. Just $19.95 per month, you get access to a website that is maintained and everything that, all you have to do is just know your web address and send it to people. That's all your job is. You don't have to maintain it, design it, anything. You get a CRM tool, you get video hosting, you get, everything you need to build your business for only $20. And Legal Shield feels so strongly about Legal Shield Advantage and knows that you're going to love it and capitalize on all these services that you get for just $20. They give you your first month free with your $99 one-time investment. So try it out. You know you're going to love it. You're going to be able to build your business. And by the way, it's a tax write-off because you're building a home-based business and using that $19.95 of tools to run your business. So as we wrap up, guys, just know that we have a proven track record. We have people all across North America that are right now building a Legal Shield business successfully. We have people that are college dropouts like myself, to people that are engineers, former postal workers, and people in real estate, people that graduated college, right, earning from $50,000 a year to over $1 million a year with our company. And again, we have tons of people that are just earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month to supplement their income, just added to what they're doing. So as we wrap up today, guys, what we want you to do is follow up with the person that invited you to this information. Enroll as a member. Get the sign-up link from that person. They're going to be able to send you directly to their app or to their website where you can sign up, enroll, and get empowered and protected today. Become an associate, right? Set up your website and start sharing the great information of Legal Shield with others just by inviting people to events like Right Now or sharing videos with Prospect by Legal Shield. You can build your business on your time. And get trained. We have a Fast Start training class that you're going to be able to plug into that again is included with your $99 investment that is going to teach you the basic fundamentals of building a successful Legal Shield business. And get paid and get promoted, as I talked about. And I just really scratched the surface of some of our bonus and incentives that are available to you as a brand new associate. But get paid. Get that $100 bonus for moving to senior associate in your first 20 days and capitalize on the many more bonuses that Legal Shield has to offer. So again, as we close, guys, text the person that invited you to this information right now. First say thank you for thinking of me and inviting me to this information, and let them know if you're a 1, 2, or 3. 1 is, hey, I'm ready to get started. Send me the links. I'm ready to become a member or an associate. Just send me what I need to do. 2, hey, I definitely want to get my family empowered and protected with Legal Shield or ID Shield. And I have a couple questions about the business, but I definitely want to go ahead and get protected. Or number 3, you just have a few questions about something that I mentioned. And the great thing about here at Legal Shield, we have the greatest support system. And so the person that invited you to this information is going to make sure if they can't answer the questions that you have, they're going to be able to get you directed to the person that can answer your questions that you have. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe, God bless, and we'll see you again soon.
Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop. Never stop. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop, 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 never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop. Never stop. Never stop dreaming. Never stop.
Now, I'm going to tell you about the network incentives that we announced for the month of February. On February the 1st, we launched the Fall in Love with Los Cabos incentive. From February 1st to the 13th, simply have $100 in new network personal premium, so you enroll $100 personally, plus one new recruit, and you earn one entry into the drawing for 7 trips to Los Cabos. It's gonna be amazing, and you wanna be in this drawing. But that's not all. You can get even more entries. If you have $100 in new network premium and 2 recruits, you get 2 entries into the drawing. And if you have $100 in network premium and 3 new recruits, you earn 5 entries into the drawing. So everyone should shoot for $100 in personal premium plus 3 new recruits in those first 13 days of February, because you get 5 entries into the drawing. You gotta meet the activity requirements to be entered into the drawing for these 7 awesome trip packages, and you could be telling your Valentine the news that you are taking them to Los Cabos in July. Also, as a reminder, those of you that are in the running right now for the leaderboard for Cabo for this July, it was a 5-month contest and it ends on February the 28th. So if you're on that leaderboard, whether you're in the builders category or whether you're in the producers category, make sure you see where you are and work hard in February to secure your spot for that Cabo trip. Now also remember, we have a special 2-a-day engagement challenge going on right now. It's called the Share the Legal Shield Love 2-a-day challenge, and it's in play until February the 10th. Simply have 2 engagements every day on your Prospect by Legal Shield and be entered into a daily drawing for a $100 Visa gift card. Every day that you have 2 engagements on PBLS until February the 10th, you'll be entered into that daily drawing for that gift card where you can use it to take your sweetheart on a special night on Valentine's Day. So make sure you go out every single day, you do your 2 engagements, because daily winners are going to be announced on the Legal Shield Associate Success Facebook group every single day. Now, for those of you that are senior directors and above, or those of you that are striving to go senior director in February, I can't give you all the details yet, but I want to let you know that there's going to be a special opportunity for you in the month of March. So you want to work hard this month in February to go senior director or above so you can take advantage of the special opportunity that we're going to have in March for those senior directors, executive directors, and beyond. So work hard this month. It's your month to secure your qualification so you can be eligible to take advantage of this special opportunity coming up in March. We're already calling it March Madness, and we call it March Madness for a reason. So make sure you go senior director this month in February.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that we have nowadays, yeah, it's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life. You can't Google that, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain, and your brain is talking to you in all kinds of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. What existed for me was, okay, man, how am I going to make this work? And all I knew back then was hard work. The only way anything gets accomplished. That's all I heard back in those days. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. I'm not getting I can't get this paragraph. I can't remember what the f***'s in this paragraph to pass this test to get in the military. Read it again. Still not getting it. Read it again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And that's how I started learning. Okay, well, I gotta write out everything I do. And then write it out again, and write it out again. And guess what happened? I got it. I got it. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realized if I keep going back and going back and going back until the just becomes, your mind will say, okay, we're gonna figure it out. Because he is not going to stop. It's not like I'm gonna try one more time. No, it's just like Alarm clock goes off, boop, we're going back. I can't read right, we're going back. I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. They said, okay, we're gonna adapt and overcome now. Like a lot of people say, trying hard. Your mind knows, man. It knows this guy's bullshitting me, man. This guy's lying. There's no truth behind it. When I was in Navy SEAL training, people go, how were you there for 18 months? The program was only 6 months long. You were in 3 hell weeks in 1 year. No one's ever done that. How did you do that? I talk about the new norm. When I lived in a $7 a month place when I was growing up for a short period of time, I loved it. I didn't know any different. That was my norm. Once we moved out of that place, we moved to a $236 a month place. I was like, I never want to go back to that little piece of shit. But if you go back to that $7 a month place and you realize this is where I live, this is all I got. Your mind says, roger that, this is home. So when I was going through Navy SEAL training for 18 months and going back through all the hard parts over and over again, I told myself after the first time, I knew it was gonna be a long journey there. My body was breaking down. It was just how it was going on. I said, you know what, this is my new norm. So my mind said, it's like going to work. Like you go to work, you put your suit and tie on, I go into suffering every day. Every day, suffering, being broken, duct taping my feet up, stress fractures, shin splints, being broken. This is my new norm. And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. We gotta be broken. So then your mind starts to get tougher and tougher and more callous. People, how did you run on broken feet? Broken shins. My mind knew this is how we operate. We're in Navy SEAL training. This is what we are. I became hell. And that became my new norm. I gave myself no way out. There was nothing outside these walls of hell. Nothing. I love God, but for a short period of time, I became the devil because that was hell. I became the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You immerse yourself in wherever it is, and you become that. You become that and give yourself no way out. When I was 297 pounds and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, the scariest thing in the world to me, even to this day, was that could have been the rest of my life. I thought then I was trying hard. That's the scariest thing in the world. I thought then, 297 pound, working for Ecolab, spraying for cockroaches, making $1,000 a month. I thought that was me at my 100% potential. Come to find out, a few years later, I wasn't anywhere near that. 106 pounds less, graduated Navy SEAL training, went on to do all these other things. Looking back on that was me trying hard. That's why people gotta understand, what is in us, we have no idea until we start trying hard. And I mean really trying hard, where you're obsessed with, hey, this is my new norm. My new norm is that, wow, this isn't always fun. It's not always meant to be fun. And that's when you know you're trying hard. People hear my story and think this guy is sadistic. I realized how the brain works. I figured out how the brain works. I'm a scared kid, and that's what gives me so much power. I had no foundation, and I built this off of just researching the mind. The feeling you get is basically invincibility. You realize that you can't do it all the time. When you need to do it, I know I can go to a place that I can live in. And when you know that you can run on broken legs and you can do certain things that a lot of people can do, but they're not willing to do, this power, this sympathetic nervous system of fight or flight, and you're fighting, it gives you this charge of energy of when you're sitting there at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and you're duct taping your feet up because they're broken, and you're doing it by yourself, and you're going through arguably one of the hardest training in the world. And these guys, most of them are healthy, and you're going through it broken. and you're already at a disadvantage, but you're still there, you can feed into that and tap into that for a lot of power. But if you look at it, well, I'm broken, man. Like, I'm not gonna make it. But if you look at it as, man, I'm broken and I'm still here, and I'm fighting, and I'm gonna find a way to get through this, because I have no other place to go. It gives you a lot of power. When things start to suck really, really bad, my brain and a lot of people's brain, they don't go to your dad beating you up. Your brain says, we gotta get the out of here. This is miserable. So anger goes away a lot of times when you're suffering, because your brain just says, we gotta run, we gotta go. So that anger is not popping up saying, oh, I wanna show them, I wanna show those people. No, there has to be a much deeper, when I say deeper, it has to be down to mineral soil. It has to be down to that nice mineral soil where nothing can burn. You can't burn dirt. So it has to be down that low, that literally is something in you that's at the core of your soul. But you don't find it unless you spend a lot of time with what you want to be in life. I can't give that to you.
Right.
You can't give it to somebody. When you find your true passion in life, and my passion for me was like, oh, I want to be, I don't give a Navy SEALs, Army, I don't give a shit. I want to serve my country. I want to be someone that I'm proud of. I want to look at myself in the mirror because I was so disappointed. That accountability mirror I talk about, I was so disappointed in what I saw every day. I wanted everybody to love David Goggins. And a lot of people did. I didn't love myself. But I knew a lot of us want to find peace first. So people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain and I'm at peace right now because I went through that. Right? You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas. More power to you. More power to you. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. And no one really finds themselves without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you, it's miserable. It's hard. So, even the smallest details.
Please welcome $100,000 ring earner, Regional Director of West Texas, Manly Wilson.
Good morning, Legal Shield family. It's always a pleasure to get to share some information with you. And I want to talk to you about an important subject. It's calling Stay Connected. I think today more than any time in the history of all of us that due to the pandemic that we've not been able to meet like we normally do in a live setting. But so it's even more important now to stay connected. And Legal Shield has a system of us all staying connected and staying up with what's going on currently with our company. So let's look at February here. We have incredible Zooms going on that the company's producing with top leaders in our company every day through the month of February. Every night at 6 o'clock, there is a Zoom, and also at 8 o'clock. And you can reach those Zooms by going to www.legalshieldcalendar.com and finding which ones, who's presenting that day, and then inviting and sending that link to your prospects going forward. And then, of course, we have the incredible leadership show. Gosh, I look forward to this part every Sunday, every evening, Sunday afternoon at 6 o'clock. The Legal Shield produces this leadership show for all of us to stay up with the most current events that's going on, promotions, bonuses that are being laid out for us to go after. And the cool thing is, if you're working a full-time job, which is a lot of our associates still do have full-time jobs, is it's much easier for them to watch it on a Sunday afternoon than maybe it is at 10 o'clock when we replay that. So, but in either situation, if you were to happen to miss either one of those, it is archived throughout the week. So make sure you do go back and follow that. Again, that's on lsengage.com. And the weekly good newsletter, oh gosh, I kind of cheat. I always go look at the newsletter at noon on Sunday. I'm always excited about to go there and look at it, click on the link, see who's doing what, who's the top producers, who sold the most memberships, who's on the Cabo trip, all that kind of thing is in that newsletter. So it's kind of a forerunner to the 6 o'clock live show. So if you're one who likes to read rather than watch, great way to do so. LS Engage is how you get that. Stay connected. Can't say it enough. Always, please, let's all stay connected. Be involved in our business. So let's download the LS Engage app to your phone so that after you're away from your home office, that you have it. No matter if you're sitting at lunch with a prospect or wherever you may be, you always have your LS Engage in the palm of your hands. You can find sponsor support there, real-time updates coming out, and I'll just love the Facebook success page where I get to see where we post anybody who maybe came as a brand new associate, leveled up, senior manager, senior director, all the way on up through there to executive director, ring earners, all are posted there on Facebook Success. So we can all should reach out, make a comment, make that brand new person or the person who achieved that, whatever they have achieved, make them feel special because they are, right? And then Facebook support page. Sometimes if you don't have the time to jump on to get a hold of the corporate office, you can jump on there and just list your question. Someone's always on there to help, readily and eagerly waiting to help. So always make sure you use that as a tool as well. And then again, live events, go to your Legal Shield calendar, obviously, and check those events. And you can also check them on your Prospect by Legal Shield app under the events section, right there in the palm of your hand. And then, guys, Ladies of Justice, they've been killing it since this program came out. And Legal Shield family, me and my wife, I signed up in the business. My wife is a part of that business, but sometimes ladies would just like to hang out with the ladies, right? Not with so much the guys. So Ladies of Justice have done incredible. The numbers are going through the roof on the recruiting and the marketing side of the membership for Ladies of Justice. Can't give enough kudos for those incredible ladies out there working that part of the business. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, there's always something. You want to have coffee with an LOJ membership over you can do that on Tuesday. If you need more empowerment, you can do that on Wednesdays. And then, of course, recruiting Zooms on Wednesday. So, again, join Ladies of Justice, Zoom.com if you want that more information about that. And, of course, you can also Ladies of Justice Facebook page as well. So kudos to those guys, ladies that are doing that. And then Legal Shield El Espanol. If you have someone that's in that working that market, definitely get them plugged into Legal Shield El Espanol. It's a standalone service here that does fast start classes, weekly trainings, recruiting calls, recruiting Zooms even, and then they have their own Super Saturday in El Espanol. What a great service that we're providing for that market. And then God bless Melissa Mwaller. She has done an incredible job of over the last few weeks and days teaching us more about the new small business products that are out there. And all through February, each Tuesday in the U.S. market at 1 p.m., there's an overview on the small business. And every Wednesday in March, each Wednesday in March in the Canada market, also at 1 o'clock, again, a small business overview Zoom. So make sure you're plugging into that, because I think that's one of the better parts of our opportunity here is that small business arena. So let me back up here, excuse me. Weekly Pros, Zoom. We definitely don't want to leave out the younger generation. As you can tell, I'm got a little snow on the mountaintop here. But guys, I can tell you right now that these young professionals are superstars. They're killing it out there in the young pros market. And they too have their own platform, their own Zooms, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you're plugging into that as well. So it's my pleasure at this time to turn over the next segment to one of our top leaders in the state of Texas, Miss Jaya Crawford. She's not only a ring earner, she's the executive director. She's also a regional director for the North Texas region. So guys, I'm going to turn you over to no better person I know of is Miss Jaya Crawford. Let's give her a hand.
Hey Legal Shield family, Jaya Crawford here. My husband James and I are the regional directors for North Texas and Oklahoma. And I'm so excited that I get to be here with you guys to acknowledge some amazing associates who are flat out killing it in our business right now. This is our recognition portion. So one of the things about Legal Shield, and this might be different for those of you who are a part of corporate America, but we love to celebrate. If you haven't figured it out already, we love to celebrate success. We love to celebrate progress. And we know that a lot of times, you know, when you're working a full-time job, if you're in corporate America, the only time that you really get recognition, unfortunately, is when it's negative recognition. So if we do something wrong, then all of a sudden our boss recognizes us and says, hey, that was the wrong thing to do. And so here again in Legal Shield, we love to celebrate success. And so first off, I'm really excited that we get to celebrate our brand new associates. Congratulations, guys, for getting started in Legal Shield. It really does take a lot to actually make the decision to start your Legal Shield business. I know sometimes when you're starting an untraditional business, our friends and family, they don't really understand it. They might be a little bit negative about it, but keep at it. This is a really great opportunity for all of us who are a part of Legal Shield. So congratulations on getting started with the company. associates who've had their first rank advancement. So those of you who have gone from associate to senior associate, and for those of you who did that within your first 20 days of being an associate with Legal Shield, you've also picked up an incredible $100 bonus. And so again, for those of you who haven't yet made it from associate to senior associate, all you need to do is have $100 in premium. So whenever somebody signs up for a Legal Shield or ID Shield or small business membership, whatever their monthly amount that they're paying for their services, that's premium. And so once you get to $100 in premium and you brought on board one new associate, or you've written $180 in premium dollars personally, you're going to advance from associate to senior associate and go from making $110 per membership based on that $54.90 plan to $132 per plan. So again, congratulations to all of the brand new senior associates.
My name is David Springer from Mississippi, but I currently live in Pasadena, Texas. My sponsor is Mr. J.R. Riddle. My background is truck driver. I've been with Legal Shield less than 3 weeks, and by following the system that is in place, I have been able to match my full-time income part-time with Legal Shield by making almost $1,000. I'm looking forward to expanding my knowledge and expanding my team across the country where I can go full-time with the company because there is a need for everyone.
Next, we want to recognize all of the brand new managers. Congratulations, you guys. It's a really big position. This is our core position in Legal Shield to reach. And in order to get to the manager position from senior associate, all you need is cumulatively, so it's not going from 100 in premium dollars up to 400. It's just an additional 300 in premium dollars, an additional 2 recruits. So you get to the manager position by having 400 in premium dollars and 3 associates on your team. Or you can write 400 in premium personally and also make it to that manager level. And at the manager level, you go from making $132 per membership to $154 per membership. So again, congratulations to all of the brand new managers. And for those of you who've done that within your first 45 days of being involved with Legal Shield and you've attended a Fast Start training, you have just received a $450 bonus in addition to your commissions, in addition to any override income. So congratulations, that is a huge deal. And you've entered into our Future Leaders of Legal Shield Club, right? all of our senior managers. Congratulations, brand new senior managers. We're so excited about you progressing up the compensation plan. That's really the goal, right? To keep progressing through the compensation plan to earn more money for the things that you're already doing anyway. And so for those of you who've gone from the manager position to senior manager, or that's something that you're looking to do in the very near future, all it takes to get there is just a little bit more in premium, right? So you've got $1,350 premium dollars, 3 associates on your team. So that $1,350 is you and your team together. Or personally, you can sign up or write $1,350 in personal premium and also make it to that senior director level. So congratulations, guys. That is a huge deal. You're already up, halfway up the comp plan. Keep it moving. Our brand new directors. Congratulations, you guys. It's really, really huge. It's the highest permanent position in our compensation plan, and that says a lot. So even if for whatever reason, if you've got to take some time off, maybe to care for some aging family members or sick family members, and you need to come back to your business, as long as you keep your membership, your business is vested. And so you never drop below that. So once you reach that position, you never drop below. So congratulations, that's a huge accomplishment. And again, for those of you who are looking to get to that director position, it's $2,700 in premium plus 3 managers on your team. Or you can write $2,700 in premium personally, and that will also get you to that director position. And when you're talking about money, right, per plan, guess how much these directors are making in their business? It's incredible. $209 per plan. Now, imagine, working a full-time job, being able to take a lunch break, either sit with somebody or do a Zoom virtually, get a quick presentation in there, 30 minutes at the max, right? Somebody says, hey, I want to go ahead and sign up. That's $209 on your lunch break that you just earned. So really, congratulations. We're so excited for you guys.
My name is David Dobbs. I'm from a little town of Hoxie, Arkansas. I'm a retired farmer who also worked in corporate America for about 4 years. My main duties at that job was to ensure that someone else's dreams were being achieved. Since then, I have been with Legal Shield for about 1.5 years. I left corporate America, and now I have a vehicle to help countless other people that I normally wouldn't have been able to help. I now have a service that I know everyone truly needs. With Legal Shield, it has given not only myself an ability to help others, but the ability to help myself achieve things that I could not have ever imagined otherwise. I want to thank Legal Shield for offering these services to not only me, but so many others. I want to say thank you to Legal Shield and to all our Legal Shield family for being so supportive in each and everything that we do. I look forward to seeing y'all again, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.
What we'd like to go ahead and do at this time is acknowledge our Performance Club qualifiers. And I know in the past weeks, Mr. Don Thompson, the president of the networking division within Legal Shield, he's really talked about the Performance Club being the oldest and longest running incentive program that Legal Shield has. And I have to say, there's nothing like receiving a performance check of, $100, $200, $500, even $1,000. It's, been incredible. We've received a Performance Club check of just under $1,000 one month, and it was just the best feeling, you know, just a bonus on top of what we're already doing. So again, congratulations to all of the Performance Club qualifiers. Next, we'd like to give a big shout out to all of the top small business sellers for 2020. These are the guys and ladies, right? These are the folks who went out there, you know, really just represented the community, represented our company well in the community, and they've been able to help protect and empower so many small businesses to have access to what we do. So great job, guys. And if this is something that you really enjoy working with as far as small business owners, go out and do it. You know, you're able to, without any special certification, we have, you know, Melissa Wilder, who does amazing training classes. I recommend definitely attending one if you do want to sell more small business plans. But definitely go out and do it. There's no special certification that's actually required. You can sign people up in your network right away that own small businesses. We also want to give a huge shout out to all of the top recruiters in 2020. Congratulations, guys. You are expanding your team by leaps and bounds. Instead of growing by addition, we call that growing by multiplication. And that really allows you to have so much more leverage in your business. Congratulations to all the top producers or the top recruiters in 2020.
My name is Morny Duncan. I'm a biology, chemistry, and physics teacher. I've been actually teaching for 20 years, and I've been in Legal Shield for 17 years as of this year. And I honestly, I make more money part-time in Legal Shield than I do full-time teaching. I understand that I am a top recruiter in Texas, and so I guess a couple of things that I do that facilitate the win is, first, I thank God daily, right? So I wake up every morning, as soon as I open my eyes, I thank God. When I go to sleep at night, I thank God again. For regardless of what happens, I thank God anyway. It doesn't make a difference. And then the next thing is I make decisions daily. I consciously make decisions every day to win, right? Because when we make a decision, the universe will align. You know, when you make a decision, your mental frequency heightens. So there is there is a very solid correlation with making a decision and then writing the vision and making it plain on paper. That's what the Bible says. Write the vision and make it plain on paper. So now I can be able to create that thing. I've imagined what I want to do, and then I just execute. That's next. Execution. I'm inspecting what I expect. So, for example, my next goal, my next creation that I've thought about that I'm going to do is I'm going to get 30 169 small business plans in a month. That's going to be about $30,000, you know, a little less than $30,000, y'all. I'm on it like I want it. I've been here for 17 years, and I'm just getting started.
John Bush, I don't know if you've ever felt frustrated like I did a while back. I was teaching 12th grade, and I was definitely making a difference. I just wasn't making enough money. So I ended up in corporate America, and I'm making really good money, but I'm no longer making a difference. And I was like, why can't we have both? Why can't I enjoy, you know, what I do to make money, you know, and make a difference at the same time? Why must it be either income or impact? You know, why can't we make a difference in people's lives while making the kind of money we want to make? Well, a friend turned me on to Legal Shield and went, wow, I can have both. And it's been such a blessing, the difference we've been on to making people's lives while having, you know, the money to do the things for my family and having the freedom of time to do things with my family. So here's my tip for you for recruiting. Realize it's a process. It's not a one-time event. Sometimes it is, but usually it's not. Usually it's a series of 2, 4, 6, 8 or more exposures over a period of time. Now we can shorten that period of time to hours or days instead of days, weeks, or months, but just realize it is a process. So fortune is found in the follow-up. So make sure that you leverage 3-way phone calls and you get, you know, your contact on the phone with a third-party support team member who can answer their questions and guide them to the next step. And of course, share a story or stories that your contact can relate to. May God continue to bless you. Take care.
Hey, what's up, Legal Shield family? So this is Marcus Twine here, out here in Houston, Texas. And listen, I'm excited to hear that I've been within the top 10 of top recruiters in the state of Texas. It's a huge honor. 2020 was definitely an exciting year. Had a lot of fun. For those that don't know me, my background, I started Legal Shield as a college student. I do work full-time now in nonprofit. Love what I do there, just don't make a lot of money. And so one of the things that I love about Legal Shield is just being able to make a full-time income working part-time and really to build a legacy for my family, which is the reason why I do it. So outside of that, I also own a financial services business, a husband, have a son that's 2 going on 45, right? And so really Legal Shield has just been an amazing journey where I can flex my time and earn some great income by doing that. And if I were to share 2 tips that's really helped me out in 2020 in regards to recruiting and sponsoring people into the business, the first tip I would share is to find a workout partner, right? Somebody that's going to stretch you, an accountability partner. I know many of you guys know Mr. Edmund Hunter. This gentleman who is like not only a brother to me, but we built a relationship that we kept each other accountable. And so part of that was making sure that we talked to each other every single day. We shared our goals every single day, and we didn't co-sign on our weakness, okay? The second thing that really helped me out was making a list of the people that I'm gonna speak to every single day, okay? So my schedule is super crazy with the full-time job and everything, and so it's very important that I know exactly who I'm gonna call every single day, whether it be associates, whether it be members, or prospects, right? Knowing exactly who I'm gonna call, whether it be 10, 15, 20 people, I know exactly. That's what helps me save time. So I can make calls in the car, I can make calls on my lunch break, I can make calls as soon as I get off, but I know exactly who I'm gonna call. So those are just 2 things that personally really helped me out. Find an accountability partner and make a list of the people that you're gonna speak to on a day-to-day basis. So again, thank you so much, and I look forward to I'm really gonna try to get that top spot this year. Okay, that's the goal. So thank you so much. You guys be blessed, and talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Richard Estrada from Arlington, Texas. I'm a real estate investor and developer. Just want to show gratefulness for this great opportunity and recognition from Legal Shield. This company has been nothing but wonderful. And my nugget for today is utilize Prospect heavily. It's a powerful tool. It has a lot of amazing features, and it definitely has allowed my business to grow exponentially. I now live under my own terms. I'm here in the comfort of my home. I work here at 724. Thank you, Legal Shield. You made that happen for me.
Next up, we want to thank our amazing regional directors. I have a hard time saying that because we're regional directors too. But just all of the regional directors that are out there, you know, really giving of their time to help the marketplace grow, to handle three-way calls for, you know, people that are on their team and not on their team, but in the region. This is really important for helping the company to grow as a whole. So thanks again to all the regional directors and the certified meeting coordinators. You know, our certified meeting coordinators a lot of times are doing lots of virtual presentations or, you know, virtual networking, you know, and just being able to really help provide forums for associates in the market to plug into to get their you know, prospective clients and business partners more information about what we do. So thanks, guys. All right, we want to also give a big shout out and thank you to all of our business solutions leaders and trainers. You know, within Legal Shield, it's such a broad opportunity that we have access to. You know, we can focus on the networking and team building, recruiting side. And then we also have the small business and, you know, business solutions with employee benefits. And so we've got some amazing, you know, trainers where you can actually take a class or a couple of classes, learn more about how to work in business solutions. And we've got just incredible, again, trainers, you know, people who will hold your hand, you know, go into a company with you virtually or in person and help you to get them started on as a brand new client of Legal Shield. A group account is what we call that. And also to our, you know, just amazing leaders that are, you know, doing all of these wonderful trainings that, you know, we're able to plug into virtually, even supplemental trainings as well. So thank you so much again to our business solutions leaders and trainers. And with that, guys, I have to say our time is now, right? You can't hear it enough this year. Our time is now. Legal Shield is just such an incredible, wonderful opportunity. I mean, my family and I've been with Legal Shield now for 15 years, and just the amount of time freedom and income, you know, that just continues to come year after year with this is incredible. I know a lot of us have really had to adjust to things being different in the pandemic, some good, some bad. But the incredible thing I have to say personally for our family is that because of Legal Shield, we've been able to just keep on moving and, you know, still have a really great income, you know, full-time income that comes into our household, but still being able to support the kids with virtual learning and, you know, being able to still travel a bit, you know, road trips safely. But it's just really incredible to be able to work this business from anywhere. So let's go get it, guys. Make a commitment to build your business bigger over the next month, and we'll be recognizing you next month at our Super Saturday.
Hey, Texas, this is Herman Davis coming out of the Beaumont, Texas areas. Just one of your regional directors in the state of Texas. It is my honor to go over one of the 10 core systems which are found in LS Engage that has an important value on you growing your business. It's really about associate onboarding. See, we think sometimes the finish line is when we recruit someone in, just like we think the finish line is when we sell a membership. But the finish line is not when we recruit someone. That's actually the start line of where the race actually begins to run. Because once we recruit that person in the business, it is extremely important that we pour into them the right directions, motivations, and tools in order for them to build their business. And our company has made it super simple. As a matter of fact, when they first get on board, within their first 48 hours, they're going to receive several communications from our corporate office. One of them is going to be a great welcome email, where they're going to get a link to the Getting Started Right website located at mylsengage.com/start. In that website, they're going to have the first step document, a simple document outlining the things they need to do to build their business. Also, it consists of 5 easy to follow steps in order to get their business started the right way. And it's also going to direct them to the part 1 of their Fast Start training class. Now, the second email within the second day is going to be a Fast Start email. And that email is going to talk about how to train on the Fast Start bonuses, how to help register the Fast Start classes, So be looking out for those 2 emails if you're a new associate within your first 48 hours. So let's talk about launching your business. And there's really several parts of launching your business we're going to go over. First, we're going to talk about setting the goal. Then we're going to talk about activating your business technology, because we are on the cutting edge of technology in Legal Shield. Then we want to talk about making a solid plan to grow your business, getting trained, and then to take action. So these 5 steps, they're the fundamental building blocks of launching your business the right way and getting the best results. So step number 1, what does it mean to set a goal? Well, what I want you to do is make sure that you get with your sponsor and your upline leadership so you are aligned on how you can work together with the particular goal that you have. One of the things I learned is that everybody comes to the table with something different. Some people have big, audacious goals. Some people have smaller goals. Well, unless you communicate that with your sponsor and the success team you're working with, then they don't know exactly how to work with you in order to achieve those goals. So we're going to start out by saying, what is your why? It's very important that you really establish a strong why. I've heard it said like this: WHY stands for what's hurting you. What can you use right now in your life that currently is difficult to have, that Legal Shield can position you in a way that you can get that? Maybe it's more money. Maybe it's more time. Maybe it's more purpose in life. Look, everybody's why is different, but I really want you to communicate that why. Well, think about it hard and then communicate that why with your sponsor and your support team so they know exactly what motivates you to get up and go in the morning. Now, also, you need to think about some income goals. Like, how much money are you looking at making in your first 6 months? See, when I'm working with a new associate, I need to know why they're doing it so I know what motivates them, but I also want to look at what their goal is, what their aim is, so far as money-wise, because that's the way we can tailor fit a great schedule and a great action plan to work with you on that goal. Now, the important thing, you can want to make a lot of money, but the important thing is how many hours are you willing to work to make that happen? Because we have to be realistic. We have to make sure that what you say you want and what you're willing to do and the time you allow for that actually match. And if that match, that's great. So what is your goal in the first 45 days? What are you looking at doing? You know, everyone should have a goal minimum, in my opinion, of being a future leader of Legal Shield in their first 45 days. That'll keep you on track for the bonuses that you have. And it's proven that people can do this in 45 days. And the statistics will definitely be in your favor of success, because those that do it in their first 45 days have such a higher success rate than those that don't. So what is your goal? You know, you definitely want to fast start qualify. Fast start qualifications is simple. You know, there's 2 ways, and that's one of the unique things about the compensation plan, is that Legal Shield gives you a way that you can do it on your own, if that's what you want to go. And they give you a way that you can do it with an organization. So to fast start qualify, to go from associate to senior associate, if you want to do it on your own, then quite simply just write $180 worth of membership premium. Now, for those of you that are new, membership premium is simply the amount that people are paying per month for whatever service they got. So if they're paying $24.95 a month, then you round that up to $25 worth of membership premium. So in order to go from associate to senior associate, if you're doing it by yourself, you got to write more premium. Now, people ask me all the time, how many people is that? I mean, how many people I have to sell a membership to? But that's all determined by what they're buying. That's why it's so important for us to share with them the full wheel of opportunity that we have with Legal Shield. Now, the second goal, of course, well, going back to the fast start qualification, you can get there with a team. Now, if you get there with a team, meaning if you recruit someone, bring them inside of the business, then instead of writing $180 worth of personal premium, you only need to write $100 worth of premium, because that recruit will stand in for some of that premium. Now, that will get you to senior associate and fast start qualify, as long as you do that within your first 20 days. Now, your second goal should be being a future leader of Legal Shield. Same 2 ways I was telling you. Do it on your own, $400 worth of personal premium. And that's carrying over the premium from senior associate that you earn to go senior associate. If you want to do it with a team, then all you have to do is recruit 3 associates, have 3 different legs, and that can include the first leg that you got for going fast or qualifying. And between you and the 3, $400 worth of total premium combined. See, it's a lot easier with a team. So that's a great 45-day goal. That's a goal that we know that works, and I hope that you're aiming for that and you're going to achieve that. So step number 2 is activating what we call your business technology. Now, I've been in Legal Shield for quite some time, and I can tell you the technology we have is always A-class and being improved on. 2 apps that you see today are 2 apps that are essential to your business. The app to the left, Prospect by Legal Shield, that app is focused on providing you all the marketing material you need to send to people to communicate the great service and opportunity that we have. The app to the right, LS Engage, consider that your back office. We can look at your reports. You can see your commissions. You can see your persistency, your performance club points. You can look at all kinds of documents and see your organization different ways. Just a phenomenal app where you can go in and you can get all the metrics you need to gauge where you are and where your organization is going. Now, the cool thing about both of these apps is that they use the same login you created whenever you became a Legal Shield associate. So no need to worry about different logins or anything else. They use Legal Shield to log yourself in. So step number 2, make sure that you are logged into both Prospect by Legal Shield and logged into LS Engage. Please make sure that you're logged into those apps, especially LS Engage, because there's so many corporate communication that goes through that. And now Prospect by Legal Shield is even sending push notifications to remind us of all the great webinars that we're having, all the Zoom meetings that we're having. So make sure you do that today. Step number 3 is making a plan. Now, remember what I said, you want to work with your sponsor and create a plan to not only fast or qualify, but to also go manage in your first 45 days of launching your business. That's why it's extremely important to have a solid game plan interview. A game plan interview gives an associate, your sponsor, or your support team a chance to really work hand in hand with you, to plan out exactly what the next steps are, to set realistic expectations, and to build those core relationships you need to really build a business. Now, in a game plan interview, make sure you utilize the memory jogger, to create this list of prospects, and you're going to always add on to that list of prospects. Make sure you set a date for your private Zoom call. This should be done within your first 24 hours. Even though the pandemic has disrupted our lives, it has actually made things quicker for us to launch a business, because it's easy to send people links and tell them to get on a webinar or a Zoom call. Also, plug your team into all the corporate Zoom schedules. You can go to LegalShieldCalendar.com. You can look at prospecting and notifications, and they'll share with you as these corporate Zooms are going on. And these Zooms are happening quite frequently. There's no excuse for sharing this opportunity with people. And I want you to commit to at least setting up 5 presentations with your sponsor. These are Zoom presentations where you, your sponsor, and maybe another guest, people that you've been talking to. Instead of being, trapped and trying to figure out what to say, schedule a Zoom call, get someone a little more experienced than you on that Zoom call, and work together to build your business. So that's step number 3, to make a plan, to schedule those meetings, to make sure you're setting a date for your own private Zoom call, and to continue to build your list over time. Now, step number 4 is getting trained, right? As I kept working Legal Shield, I kept learning more and more. In the beginning, it's great because we have the perfect vehicle to train you. It's our Fast Start class. So you want to take the online portion of the training first. Now, you can find this at mylsengage.com/start. That's where it began to show you that. So you want to get trained. It's under step number 4. There's a link right there that says Fast Start Training Part 1. And you can click that link and it'll bring you straight to the training. Now, upon completion of the online portion of it, you'll be redirected to the list of the live Zoom classes to attend Part 2 of the Fast Start Training. And Part 1 is self-paced. So you can take your time, go through it, rewind, watch over again. Part 2 is a live class, but you'll be redirected. You have to finish part 1 before you can go to part 2. So once you select your class, when you see those options, scroll to the bottom of the description and just click continue. And that way you can click on the purple box to complete your registration. And now you'll be signed up to take your live Fast Start class when you get the live portion in part 2. So step number 5 is to actually take action. Now this is huge, folks, because we don't want to go through all this preparatory work without taking action. Everything that we've done right now is told us what and why to do. Now it's time to get it done. So you want to make sure you do host your first private Zoom call in the first 24 hours. Look, you don't have to know a lot. Why? Because someone else is going to do the presentation for you, your sponsor or your support team. You want to share the opportunity and membership video to 5 to 10 prospects a day. I mean, think how many people you run across on social media, texting and things. People have time on their hands these days because they can't go out and do activities. So share the opportunity and membership videos through Prospect by Legal Shield to multiple people every day. You definitely want to do 3-way calls with your sponsor. 3-way calls a safety net. Why? Because now you can introduce someone who understands the business, who's had success in the business, who can answer all the difficult questions, deal with any objections that your people have, and take that weight off of you. I mean, how simple that can be. That you just introduce and let the 3-way calls do the heavy lifting. And also, you want to invite guests to the national Zoom or your team Zoom. At least bring 2 people. I mean, think about that. You never want to come to a Zoom without a guest. So I make sure that every national Zoom that happens, every team Zoom that happens is a recruiting event. And I'm on the phone with someone trying to figure out who's the next person that I can introduce. Look, Texas, you're only 1 recruit away from an explosion. Just make sure that as you bring your recruits into this business, into this company, that you carefully go back and go through those simple steps. We have an obligation as sponsors to sponsor people, not to just get them in. Remember what I said, the finish line is not signing up an associate. The finish line is having someone successful in duplicating those efforts. Take care, take charge. Herman Davis out of Beaumont, Texas. And I turn it back over to you guys.
In order for you to have the best experience possible when taking your online Fast Start training, we've put together this list of best practices to follow. First, make sure you're taking the training on a PC or laptop. The training was not built for mobile devices and may not function properly on a mobile device. We recommend either using Chrome or Firefox to view this training. The online Fast Start training consists of 7 segments which must be completed in order. At the end of each segment, you will be prompted to continue to the next training. You must click this button to properly exit the training. If you click the X to close the training window, you will not be credited for having completed that training segment and will need to retake the training segment again. After you click the button to proceed to the next training, you will be redirected to the launch page of the next training segment. If that page shows that you have not completed the prerequisite as shown on this screen, just wait 5 to 10 seconds and refresh the page. You should now see the prerequisite has been completed and you will be able to launch the next segment. Please note that you will probably need to refresh the page before launching each training segment. If for some reason the training segment still will not show as completed, we recommend that you retake the segment using a different browser. Again, we recommend either using Chrome or Firefox to view this training. And finally, there are several ways to access the online Fast Start training. The easiest way to access the training is through LS Engage. Just log into LS Engage, go to the Learner tab, and choose the Fast Start training plan from the drop-down. Here you will see the Best Practices Guide, your course companion to download and use throughout the duration of your Fast Start training program, and then the links to the 7 segments of the online Fast Start training. Please note that having a check mark next to these segments in LS Engage does not indicate that the training has been completed. These boxes can be checked and unchecked by just clicking on the box without ever leaving the page. This LS Engage page is just intended to provide you easy access to each of the training segments. Thank you for taking the time to review these best practices. Make sure you take the time to download your course companion, and congratulations on investing in yourself and your Legal Shield business by participating in the Fast Start training program.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. Yeah. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness. There's a quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not going to rest now. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
And what brings you the most joy right now?
Being with my family.
Really?
That is, man, that is the most fun. It's just, you know, it's hanging out with them all summer. Being able to like do things that I ordinarily couldn't do, because of training, because of season and stuff like that. So being around them and watching Bianca grow up, because there are a lot of things that I missed with Natalia and Gianna because I was playing. So being there every day with them is so much fun, man. So it brings me the most joy. What does love feel like? Happiness is such a, I think I would describe love as happiness. I think I'd describe it as a beautiful journey. You know, it has its ups and downs, right? Whether it's in marriage or whether it's in the career, you know, things are never perfect. Yeah. But through love, you continue to persevere and you move through them. You move through them. And then through that storm, beautiful sun emerges. Yeah. Right? And inevitably another storm comes. And guess what? You ride that one out too. Yeah. So I think love is a certain determination and persistence to go through the good times and the bad times with the someone or something that you truly love. My parents were great. You know, growing up, you know, they instilled in me the importance of imagination, of curiosity, and understanding that, okay, if you want to accomplish something, I'm not just going to sit here and say, yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you can, but you have to also put in the work to get there, right? So they taught me that at a really early age, man. And when you grow up as a kid thinking that the world is your oyster, all things are possible if you put in the work to do it, you know, you grow up having that fundamental belief. My mom was there on a daily basis. My father was really influential at a really critical time where I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10 or 11 years old, in a very prominent summer league in Philadelphia called the Sunny Hill League, where my father played, my uncle played, and they were like all-time greats and stuff. And Wilt Chamberlain played in the league, you know, Earl of Pro Monroe played in the league. And here I come playing, and I don't score 1 point the entire summer.
Really?
Not one.
How old were you?
11, 10, 11.
And you're playing against other 10, 11-year-olds? Or, and you didn't score once?
Not one.
Were you in the game?
I was in the game.
How'd you not score?
Because I was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
At 10, 11 years old, you were that
awful.
terrible.
I mean, you know, and I had these big knee pads on because I was growing really fast. I had socks all the way up here, and I had like the high top
skinny,
fades, like skinny as hell. And I scored not a free throw, not a lucky shot, not a breakaway layup, 0 points. And I remember crying about it and being upset about it. And my father just gave me a hug and said, "Listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm going to love you no matter what."
Wow.
Now that is the most important thing that you can say to a child. Because from there, I was like, okay, that gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. I have the security there. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. Let's go.
Right.
And from there, I just went to work. And I stayed with it, and I kept practicing. You know, when you're in this culture in our society, you can do some phenomenal things individually, but they'll never reach their full potential unless you do them collectively. And you have to figure out how to do that. The challenge for me was always compassion and empathy. I think about 2009, things started changing for me. I started really making a conscious effort to better understand. And that doesn't mean, you have compassion and empathy so you go soft on them. It's more like you put yourself to the side and you put yourself in their shoes and understand what they're feeling. And then you have to make certain decisions of, okay, what buttons do I need to push for this player to get them to the next level? So it's not sit around and it's all happy-go-lucky type of thing. Your leader, your job is to get the best out of them, even if they may not like it at that time. One of the things that I had to learn is how to get the best out of my teammates.
Yeah.
And most people think it's a simple thing, pass them the ball. But that's not how you make guys better. You have to really affect their behavior.
How do you do that?
So, I would tell guys, we got back-to-backs. I don't care if we're in Miami, I don't care if we're in a great city of Chicago. We can't go out, we gotta get rest. Right?
Back-to-back games.
Back-to-back games, right? Monday, Tuesday. You play Monday, you play again Tuesday. Guys aren't gonna listen, right? Right. So a few times say, all right, we'll all go out. We'll go out together.
Really?
I'll drink with you, right? But the next morning, I'm banging on your door at 5 in the morning. Let's go.
They're not getting
Where are we going? I hung out with you. Now you come hang out with me.
Wow.
This is what we do. All right, let's go. And we're at the gym. We're working out, right? We hit the bus. We go to practice. We play that night.
And they're dead.
And they're dead. And they're like, lesson learned.
Really?
Lesson learned.
So take them out once.
Listen, if you're going to do that. But don't let that compromise what we're here to do.
Right.
This is why we're here. This is why you're here in the first place.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting.
Why is it exciting?
Because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up, right? So it was exciting. I mean, it sucks to lose.
Right.
But at the same time, there are answers there if you just look at them. I'll give you an example. So Katie Lou Samuelson is one of the best college basketball players in the country. She plays at UConn. She's going to be a senior. And they just had a really tough season last year where they lost to Notre Dame in the final. And so I asked her, I said, have you watched the Notre Dame game? She was like, no. I said, well, why not? I said, I don't want to watch that. I said, I know you don't, but you're going to play Notre Dame this year, yeah? Yeah. What's the chances you see him again in the final? Goes, well, you probably see him again. I said, well, you can't show up and play them without knowing why you lost that one, right? So, the mistakes that you've made in that game, you have to do the hard stuff and watch that game and study that game to not make those mistakes over and over again just because you weren't brave enough to face it. So she came down to the office. I brought her down to the office and we sat down, we watched that game together.
Wow.
Right? And you gotta deal with it.
Face it.
Gotta deal with it. Face it, learn from it. When you play for 20 years, I played for 20 years, you reach a certain level, you're like, okay, wait a minute, I have to start again at the base of a mountain and try to climb to the top of this mountain. First of all, what mountain am I climbing? I don't even know, what the hell am I gonna be doing? And it's very scary. It's very scary.
Even for you?
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. And the thing that helped me actually was hurting my Achilles, because that forced me to sit there and say, okay, the day could be today that your career is over. Now what do? You have these ideas about doing something with your life after basketball, but what if today is the day that's it? Now what do you do? So I had all this time sitting there with my Achilles injury and contemplating and thinking, and I said, I better get to work.
Wow.
That was that. The mentality book is really about process and craft. I've broken the book up into 2 sections. And process is really about the process of preparing, through injury, recovery, studying of the game. And then the craft is the actual performance and the tactics. And so a lot of things that I learned through the game were through photos. You can look at a photo and see like a player making a move, and look at the angle of his feet, look how he's using his hands on defense, and I can really break down things to the smallest detail through that. And that's what you'll see in this book. I mean, it's really a basketball Bible. You'll see how I break things down, like how I'm looking at things to the smallest of detail.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to understand how to have that kind of mentality, is to ask questions, and then find answers. And then that lead to more questions, and you find more answers, and that's what the book is. So how can we teach our children what it means to work hard? Well, you do it through training, right? So when I get up in the morning, my daughter goes with me.
4 a.m.?
4 a.m. My 15-year-old goes with me. She goes with me before school, and it becomes a daddy-daughter thing.
That's cool.
She just got her permit, right? So she drives in the morning. It becomes a cool thing, right? But through that process, she understands the value of hard work and things taking time. And the same thing with my 12-year-old, right? She practices every day, right? And so it's through those behaviors is where I find the motivation to do it.
Please welcome Legal Shield's Chief Executive Officer, Jeff Bell.
Good afternoon, Texas, Oklahoma, and the greater Southwest. I am pleased to be joining you today from our home office in Ada, Oklahoma. Ada, Oklahoma, where this 49-year-old startup began and continues to flourish today. For our first-time guests in the room, welcome, and thank you for the privilege of your time. For our associates, thank you also for being here and for your commitment to our mission. For our guests, you may be asking, hey, who are you? Who are we at Legal Shield? Well, let me share a bit more about our company, starting with our vision and mission. Our vision is to build a better world where access to justice and security is equal for every human, regardless of gender, race, orientation, education, social status, or personal wealth. Our mission is to protect and empower people with the tools and services needed to affordably live a just and secure life. This is all governed by our values, which we live every day here at Legal Shield. We are mission first. First and foremost, we put our mission above all other considerations. We weigh all of our decisions based on how they will or will not advance our noble and just cause. We constantly improve. Our commitment to this cause manifests as a drive to constantly improve, a core value we share with our members. That value shows up every day in our obsession to service our members with extraordinary focus. We join forces. We believe in joining forces to achieve our common purpose in a way that no individual can do on their own. We take extreme ownership. We also believe that taking extreme ownership of the work we do as individuals and teams, taking responsibility for each and every one of our missteps, and proudly in celebrating our achievements. We live passionately. Knowing that life is short and that our work matters, we live passionately, enjoying each other and what we do, both at work and in our personal lives. I mentioned constant improvement. Let me give you some real examples of improvements that are being worked on that will improve our membership experience, all of your members. We are improving our mobile application to expedite access to legal services. We're looking to reduce wait time and phone tag. We will be introducing the ability to request a consultation for any matter on any day at any time. And rather than waiting for the law firm to open, having to call you back maybe within 8 hours, how about 15 minutes? We will have a thorough explanation of each of the features of your plan and service, both in the app and in your personal member account online. This all comes in a new member account and mobile app that is so much easier to navigate with a simplified look and feel. What can you as associates do to improve the experience of our members, you may ask? Well, you are marketing a membership for a lifetime. I'm asking that you not rush when you take the time to introduce and explain the services that we provide. Take time to explain the features of both legal and privacy services. The best thing to do with a new member, you may ask? Get them started on preparing their will, their medical directive, their estate plan. My friends, before I leave you today, I wish to share with you what we think is the most pressing issue in the market today, and that's privacy and privacy management and protection. Criminals continue to file illegal unemployment claims. How do we know? Our members call us and they tell us. What do? Well, we guide them through the process to clear their good names. Criminals continue to scam people out of their stimulus checks. How do we help? Well, we're available for no-rush consultations to prevent our members from clicking on the wrong thing. Let me ask you a question. Have you heard of cyberbullying? How about reputation management? Yes, we provide consultation and technology to take control of your online reputation and to protect yourself and the ones that you love. And as we seek to be the one and only service you need for your privacy management, coming soon will be a VPN, malware protection for your home, and a password manager. Let me leave you with this. Our theme for 2021 is Our Time Is Now. Because quite frankly, we know that our time is now. It is time for you to ask yourself if you are living the life that you want to live. Are you making the decisions that will determine your destiny? Are you willing to put in the work to achieve everything you desire? Because, my friends, your time is right now. For all of our lives, we've been asked to wait. We've been asked to wait for equality, for freedom. But there are more of us now. We are stronger, and we will wait no longer. Our time is now. As the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. said, now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. The time is now to open the doors of opportunity and to reach the paths of justice and security. The time is now because it is time for change.